What's going on, guys? Brian's here. Today is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. This is a little bit of a midweek check-in. I guess it's not the middle of the week because this is a short week. The middle of the week, I guess, would be the end of the day or the start to tomorrow. But this is an update to yesterday's video. Wanted to showcase to you guys my actual portfolio, some things that I have running in the short-term portfolio. This is the actual trade that I decided to take, as well as a swing trade that I had running from last week. And then we're going to take a look at the 1 DTE gamma exposure for a little bit of insight into tomorrow. So this is the update. You guys know I recorded the video yesterday morning, and then I kind of gave my outline for what I am expecting for the week, as I usually do. As we can see, the market is in the targets for bulls, as it was to be expected. Now, I decided to run a broken wing butterfly. This is it here. This is my preferred, directional type of trade that I like to take. I didn't go out the money with it. It was actually at the money at the time, but I didn't want any risk to the upside, as my conviction and my bias was to the markets going up. I even mentioned in yesterday's video, this is, the out of the money lotto targets, but the more sensible targets is pretty much around here. If the market holds above here, this is pretty much what we're going to look to expect as a conservative target for the week. Keep in mind that if the market does retest this area, this should hold as support, and that can lead for the next entry for you to potentially take a swing trade up to here or even here into next week. So that's a little bit of a game plan or what to be expected. This Friday is a major options expiration, so keep that in mind. This is the risk profile for my live account here with the SPX. I'm not in massive size. Let me just actually adjust these slices for if the market goes up 1% up and 1% down. This is my current P&L. If the market goes up 1%, I just adjusted the slice. And what this is saying is if the market goes up 1%, this is what the expected P&L would be. These options expire. One of the spreads expires this Friday, and then the others are actually for next week, Friday. I traded what's called a broken wing butterfly, as I want to be able to have a big win if the markets is around here for this Friday's expiration, and I wanted no risk to the upside. This is a cow fly. I call it a cow fly. You guys might have seen me share a merge cow fly. The merge cow fly is when I have both of these spreads overlapping. As you guys can see, these are not connected. This is why I don't call this a merge cow fly. It's just a cow fly because it is just a calendar and a butterfly. I have two lots of this to be precise. So this is my actual size here. Nothing too crazy. It's not that ridiculous of a swing trade, but I wanted to showcase to you guys how you can mix and match these different spreads. My main thought process was that the markets will be in this area and it will be consolidating around here. That trade was actually opened last week, and then I added the broken wing butterfly yesterday, expecting the markets to kind of come up to this area and hover. But if it was to retrace and come back to here, again, I want that exposure to if the market gets pinned in this region here. So that's how I structure my portfolio, and this is showcasing to you guys how you can get creative with these spreads. There's likely an infinite amount of ways in how you can structure your risk profile. So when I do these videos at the beginning of the week and I'm sharing, different concepts or different ideas, I try to keep it simple because there's a million different ways or an unlimited amount of ways to actually create a risk profile. The concept is the same. So how you analyze it, and I try to include my analysis and my thoughts at the beginning of the week, giving you guys, expected ranges and targets. You can then decide exactly what you want to do. The call debit spread is obviously doing really well, and the put credit spread is also obviously doing really well. That was shared in yesterday's video, as they are long biased. They are expecting the market to go up. At the video in which I'm going to do at the end of the week, I'm going to showcase to you guys some of the quant trading app tools so you guys can see why I had a little bit of an extra conviction, use a little bit of data to actually add to my convictions to be long this week, with the expectation that this area is going to hold for this week. And then definitely, as I said yesterday, if the market were to get to here or below, I would have extreme conviction and extreme long bias in this area, expecting the markets to bounce into the next week or the following week. But we already have some of that movement. It's still early in the week, so anything can happen. Obviously, the market can just roll over and come all the way down right here, as it can do whatever it wants. But the expectation now is we should see some sort of support here. The 1 DTE gamma exposure profile for the SPX is letting us know that this area here looks like a decent amount of support, and that area coincides with what we are seeing here. and that's pretty much right around this area here. So 865, this coincides with this technical level. So even if you're not using gamma exposure, any technical analysis trader can see this on their chart right here, and this is an area to be aware of. And if the market was to come down to here, the gamma exposures kind of lighten up around this area. This should be some sort of support for tomorrow if we see that retracement. This is also not technically, I guess, a inverse head and shoulders if you trade using technical patterns. So it looks something like this. At the end of the day, however you decide to doodle on your chart, this is what's referred to as the neckline, as this is the break. We can see the market just broke down. It tried to get back above. It couldn't. It retested, and then it finally broke out today. So if it was to retest it, the expectation is that this level would hold as support. You guys can already see my alert on my charts. That is to tell me to be ready to potentially take a bounce trade and continue to add to the long positions on the way up, or wait to see what's going to happen. If we break down below this level, that should not happen. That means something is going wrong. So it means potentially hedge up the portfolio. Don't just sit around and hope it bounces. This is just letting me know it's time to act. As the market is continuing to do its thing, there's not really much for me to do here today. There was a 0 DTE iron butterfly position that I tried to get filled earlier, but I was being a little bit too cheap. I wanted the exact price. I did not move my order. I think I missed it by 10 or 15 cents, and I left it and I never got filled. So I canceled the order, and then I decided to just hop on YouTube and record this video because I don't think I'm going to take another trade for today. So the 0 DTE opportunity was a massive miss today because this would have been some great theta decay. But sometimes it does suck to be this cheap. When it comes to 0 DTE trades, I will often be a little bit more cheap. The swing trades is my sweet spot. It's what I enjoy trading, especially when life is busy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this mid sort of week check-in, and hope you look forward to the video that's coming out at the end of the week, in which we will do a more in-depth analysis and recap, and we take a look at some of the trade ideas that were shared yesterday, as well as you guys can see how my portfolio here is looking. So this is, the trade that's for this Friday. It's obviously doing really well, and whether I take profit or hold until Friday, I haven't decided yet. And then this is the cow fly. So this is it here. You guys can see it's just a couple lots of it, so nothing too massive in size. And this I'm expecting to actually, or planning to hold into next week. This one I'm going to let ride out for a little bit because I'm very comfortable with this position, and I'm not concerned with this dip here in between. So when people are first starting to learn how to trade these types of spreads, they don't really know what they're doing, and they're looking at this profile and they're like, this makes no sense. But it's about the T+0 line. It's about, for me at least, it's about what's the duration while I'm in the trade. What does the profit and loss look like while I'm actually holding the trade? I don't want to be in a position that's going to, have a massive drawdown in between. That's not really a great position, or something I consider a great position. I want something that, is progressing in progress day after day, and then I can decide if to take profit or not depending on when other data points update. For now, this is within the parameters in which I was expecting, so I'll continue to hold it for now and decide what to do from here. I was trying to make the video so fast, I actually forgot about the daily time frame. I just wanted to point this out to you guys here. The market has retraced to the year-to-date anchored VWAP that is anchored here from the start of the year. We're back at the 50 daily moving average and came close to retest of this trend line. So this is definitely an area to be wary of, as it's right around that 690 level. If the market does reverse or roll over from here, we want to play it safe. So it's still, it's still not completely out of the waters. The VIX has come down, but we don't want to, just flip the script and say like, oh, we're back, bull market's going to be totally fine here. This is also a 50% retracement, as we can see right here. Here's our 50% retracement, and this is the 61% retracement. So this whole zone here can and should act as some supply / resistance. If the markets can get above 690 and holds, then we can say it's looking okay again. And then obviously it gets back into this trend and breaks out. So then we can say, we really don't need to be afraid of a potential bear market here for this year, or a correction, or whatever you want to call it. If the market's going to go all the way back down to this 200 daily moving average, which we know a ton of investors are looking to get back in all the way down there. But wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Be aware, be careful. It's still a strange time to be trading. Next month is the quarterly OPEX, so things can also get, the volatility can continue into next month. Leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe if you're new to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.